Listen to properties of ratio. Properties of ratio. Complete the ratio between 20 months and 5 years. You know, I can't find the ratio between two different units. So I'll convert 5 years into months. You know, the year equal 12 months. So 5 years equal 5 times 12 equal 60 months, yes. So I write 20 at the first, 60 at the second. 20 and 60 are divisible by 10, but there is a large number. Yes, they are divisible by 20. So I'll write divided by 20. 20 divided by 20 equals 1. 60 divided by 20 equals 3. The ratio will be 1 to 3 in the simplest form. 1, 2, 3. Question 2, complete the ratio between 4 kilograms and 600 grams. I can't compare between two different units also. So I'll convert 4 kilograms into grams. 4 kilograms, you know, the 1 kilogram equal 1000 grams. So 4 kilograms equals 4 times 1000 equal 4000 grams. I write the ratio now. 4000 grams to 600 grams. You know, 4000 and 600 are divisible by 100. So I'll write divided by 100. 4000 divided by 100 equals 40. 600 divided by 100 equals 6. 40 to 6 aren't in the simplest form. So they are divisible by 2. I'll write divided by 2. 40 divided by 2 equals 20. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 20 and 3 are in the simplest form. So the ratio in the simplest form is 20 to 3. The next example, complete 400 meters to 1 kilometer. Observe the two units are different. So I'll convert 1 kilometer. You know, the 1 kilometer equal 1000 meter. 2 kilometers equal 2000, and so on. 1 kilometer equal 1000 meters, so the ratio will be 400 meters to 1000 meters, or 400 to 1000. They are divisible by, yes, they are divisible by 100. I write it, divided by 100. 400 divided by 100 equals 4. 1000 divided by 100 equals 10. 4 and 10 aren't in the simplest form. They are divisible by 2 because they are even numbers. Divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 2 and 5 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 2 to 5. The next example, 25 pounds to 200 piastres. The two units are different. I'll convert the pounds into piastres. You know, the 1 pound equal 100 piastres. So 25 pounds equals 25 times 100 equal 2500 piastres. The ratio will be 2500 piastres to 200 piastres. They are divisible by 100. I'll write divided by 100. 2500 divided by 100 equals 25. 200 divided by 100 equals 2. 25 and 2 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 25 to 2. the next example, 36 minutes to quarter an hour. You know the 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Do you remember that quarter of an hour equals 15 minutes? Because quarter times 60 equals 15. So quarter an hour equals 15 minutes. The ratio will be now 36 minutes to 15 minutes. You know 36 and 15 are divisible by 3 in table 3. 36 divided by 3 equals 12. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 12 and 5 are in the simplest form. So the ratio will be 12 to 5. Another new example. A rectangle has a length of 4 meters and a width for 150 centimeters. Find the ratio between the length and the width. The length is 4 meters and the width is 150 centimeters. I can't compare between two different units as we said. So I'll convert the meters. 4 meters, we will do 4 times 100 because the 1 meter equal 100 centimeters. So the 4 meter equal 4 times 100 equal 400 centimeters. The ratio between the length, the first word, we will put its number 400 to 150. 400 and 150 are divisible by 10 because there is 0 in the units digit. 400 divided by 10 equals 40. 150 divided by 10 equals 15. You know 40 and 15 are divisible by, yes, table 5, yes. So we'll write divided by 5. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 8 and 3 in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 8 to 3. Another example. A rectangle has length of 4 meters and width 150 centimeters. Find the ratio between the length of the rectangle and its perimeter. I can't compare between two different units as we know. So I'll convert 4 meters. 4 times 100 equal 400 centimeters. Now I'll get the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle, you know the rule, length plus width, all times 2. Substitute now, 400 plus 150, all times 2. By calculator it will be 1100 centimeters. So the ratio now between length and the perimeter, the length is 400 to 1100 centimeters. 400 to 1100, they are divisible by 100 because the units and the tens digit are 0. Divided by 100. So 400 divided by 100 equals 4. 1100 divided by 100 equals 11. 4 and 11 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 4 to 11. A rectangle has length of 4 meters and width 150 centimeters. Find the ratio between the perimeter of the rectangle and the width. The length of rectangle is 4 meters. I'll convert it into centimeters. So I'll multiply by 100. 4 times 100 equal 400 centimeters. The perimeter of rectangle, you know the rule, Length plus width, all times 2. Substitute now. Length is 400, so 400 plus 150, all times 2. By calculator, the result will be 1100 centimeters. I can now find the ratio between perimeter, as we said, 1100, to the width, 150. Both of them in centimeters. Observe that. 1100 divided by 10 equals 110. 150 divided by 10 equals 15. You know 110 to 15 are divisible by 5. 110 divided by 5 equals 22. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 22 and 3 are in the simplest form, so the ratio 20:3. Exercise 1-2, page 9 and 10. Question number 1. In the figure below, a square of side length 4 centimeters and a rectangle whose dimensions are 6 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Find number A, the ratio between the perimeter of the square and the perimeter of the rectangle. Number A, the perimeter of the square equal side length times 4, as you know. Side length of the square equals 4. So 4 times 4 equals 16 centimeter. The perimeter of the rectangle, can you remember the rule? Yes, length plus width, all times 2. Substitute 6 plus 3, all times 2. It will be 18 centimeter. So the ratio between perimeter of a square, 16, to perimeter of rectangle is 18. So the ratio will be 16:18. 16 and 18 are even numbers. So we'll divide them by 2, divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 8 and 9 are in the simplest form. So the ratio will be 8:9. Number B, find the ratio between the area of the square and the area of the rectangle. Area of the square, you know the rule, side length times side length, or side length times itself. So 4 times 4 will be 16 centimeters square. The area of rectangle, do you remember the rule? Length times width, yes. 6 times 3 equals 18 centimeters square. So the ratio will be 16:18. 16 and 18 are even numbers. So we'll divide them by 2. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 8 and 9 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 8:9. Question C. The ratio between the length of the rectangle and its perimeter. You know perimeter of rectangle equals length plus width, all times 2. Substitute 6 plus 3, all times 2 equals 18 centimeter. So the ratio will be 6:18. 6 and 18 are common in table 2, yes, 3, but there are large table. They are divisible by 6. So we'll write divided by 6. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. 1 and 3 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 1 to 3. Question 2. Find in the simplest form the ratio between each of the following. Number A, 250 piastres and 7.5 pounds. Observe the two units are different, so we'll convert 7.5 pounds. You know the 1 pound equal 100 piastres, so 7.5 pounds times 100 equals 750, yes, 750 piastres. So the ratio now, 250 piastres to 750 piastres. They are divisible by 10. We'll write divided by 10. 250 divided by 10 equals 25. 750 divided by 10 equals 75. You know 25 and 75 are divisible by 5. But we prefer divided by 25 as a large number. So we'll write divided by 25. 25 divided by 25 equals 1. 75 divided by 25 equals 3. 1 and 3 are in the simplest form, so the ratio in the simplest form will be 1 to 3. Number B, 2.5 hours and 75 minutes. I can't find a ratio between two different units. We will convert hours or minutes. I think we will convert hours. 2.5 hours. You know the 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So 2.5 times 60. It will be 150 minutes. So the ratio now, 150 to 75. Both of them are divisible by 5. We will write divided by 5. 150 divided by 5 equals 30. 75 divided by 5 equals 15. 30 and 15 are divisible by 5, divisible by 3, but they are divisible by 15. I think it's the most one, the greatest one. 30 and 15 divided by 15. 30 divided by 15 equals 2. 15 divided by 15 equals 1. 2 and 1 in the simplest form, so the ratio in the simplest form, it will be 2 to 1. Number C, the two areas, 12 carats and 1.25 faddans, or 1.25 faddans. You know the faddan equals 24 carats, and 1 carat equals 24 sahms. Observe, 1 faddan equals 24 carats, and 1 carat equal 24 sahms. So I'll convert now 1.25 faddans into carats. 1.25 times 24 equals 30 carats. Then 1.25 faddans equals 30 carats. So the ratio now between 12 carats to 30 carats. You know 12 and 30 are divisible by 2, divisible by 3 also. They are divisible by 6. We will choose table 6. I write divided by 6. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. 2 and 5 are the simplest form, so the ratio will be 2 to 5. Question D, my dear students. The two areas 0.75 carats and 16 sahms. You know the 1 carat equal 24 sahms as we said. Then 3/4 carat or 0.75 carats, I'll multiply it by 24. 0.75 times 24 equals 18 sahms. So the ratio now 18 sahms to 16 sahms. 18 and 16 are even numbers. They are divisible by 2. They are divisible by 2 only. So we'll write divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. 9 and 8 in the simplest form. So the ratio now will be 9 to 8. Number B, the ratio between 18 and 6.3. I can't find a ratio between decimal numbers, so I'll convert 6.3 into whole number. Write 18 to 6.3. 6.3, the point after one digit. We will need multiplying by 10. So we'll write times 10. 18 times 10 will be 180. 6.3 times 10 equals 63. Divided by, divided by 9. They are divisible by 9. 180 divided by 9 equals 20. 63 divided by 9 equals 7. 20 and 7 are in the simplest form. There is no common table between them. So the ratio will be 20 to 7. Question 4 complete. Number A, the ratio between the side lengths of the square and its perimeter. The ratio between any side length of any square and its perimeter, it will be 1 to 4. Because if the side length is 1, then the perimeter of the square will be 4. Then the ratio will be 1 to 4. If the side length of the square is 2, the perimeter of the square will be 8. 2 to 8 in the simplest form, it will be 1 to 4 also. So, the ratio between any side length of the square and its perimeter will be 1 to 4. Always be 1 to 4. Number B, the ratio between the circumference of the circle and its diameter. Circumference of the circle, as we studied before, pi times d. And diameter of the circle denotes d. Pi times d to d. Divide by d, it will be pi 2. d divided by d equals 1. So the ratio will be pi to 1. Pi to 1. If we said the ratio between diameter of the circle and its circumference, if we said the ratio between diameter of the circle and its circumference, it will be 1 to pi. Yes, it will be 1 to pi. Number C, the ratio between the side lengths of equilateral triangle and its perimeter. You know the equilateral triangle? A triangle, its three sides are equal in length. The three sides of the equilateral triangle are equal in length. So the ratio between side lengths is 1 and its perimeter is 3. If the side length is 1, then its perimeter will be 1 times 3, it will be 3. So the ratio will be 1 to 3. If we set the ratio between the perimeter at the first and side length of the equilateral triangle, so the ratio will be 3 to 1. If we set the perimeter at the first, then the side length, the ratio will be 3 to 1. But if we set the side length at the first, then the perimeter of the equilateral triangle, then the ratio will be 1 to 3. Number B, the ratio between the width of rectangle and the length. The ratio between width at the first, width is 4, to the length of the rectangle, as we find, is 8. 4 to 8, simplify in the simplest form. 4 and 8 are divisible by 2 and divisible by 4. We will write divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. 1 and 2 in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 1 to 2. Number C, the ratio between the length of the rectangle and the perimeter. The perimeter of rectangle is length plus width all times 2. Length is 8 plus width is 4 all times 2. It will be 24 centimeters. So the ratio now, length is 8 to perimeter is 24. 8 and 24 are divisible by 2, divisible by 4, but we prefer 8. They are divisible by 8. Divide by 8. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. So the ratio in the simplest form, 1 to 3. Question 6. A salary of cleaning worker is 400 pounds monthly. He spends 340 pounds and saves the remainder. Find number A, the ratio between what he spends to his salary. He spends 340. 2. His salary is 400. 340 to 400, they are divisible by 10. 340 divided by 10 equals 34. 400 divided by 10 equals 40. 34 and 40 are even numbers, they are divisible by 2. 34 divided by 2 equals 17. 40 divided by 2 equals 20. 17 and 20 are in the simplest form. So the ratio will be 17 to 20. Number B, the ratio between what he saves to his salary. He saves 400 the whole salary. He spends 340 out of it. So he saves 400 minus 340. So he saves 60 pounds. The ratio now between what he saves to his salary, he saves 60 pounds to the whole salary is 400. 60 and 400 are divisible by 10. Right, divided by 10. 60 divided by 10 equals 6. 400 divided by 10 equals 40. 6 and 40 are even numbers, so we'll divide them by 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 40 divided by 2 equals 20. 3 and 20 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 3 to 20. Number C, the ratio between what he spends to what he saves. As we said before, he spends 340. He saves 60. 340 to 60 are divisible by 10. 34 to 6. 34 and 6 are even numbers, divided by 2. 34 divided by 2 equals 17, and 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 17 and 3 are prime numbers. They are only divisible by itself, so 17 to 3 in the simplest form. Question 7. The opposite table shows the quantities of the same kind but in different units. First quantity, 100 grams. Second quantity, quarter kilograms. I can't find the ratio between two different units, as we said before. So we'll convert to quarter of kilogram. 1 kilogram equal 1000 grams. So quarter kilograms, quarter times 1000, it will be 250 grams. So the ratio between first term is 100 to 250. 100 and 250 are divisible by 10. 100 divided by 10 equals 10. 250 divided by 10 equals 25. 10 and 25 are divisible by 5. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. The ratio in the simplest form will be 2 to 5. The next question, first quantity 8 hours, second quantity 2 days. I think I will convert the 2 days. 1 day equal 24 hours. Then the 2 days equals 2 times 24 equals 48 hours. So the ratio now will be 8 to 48. 8 and 48 are divisible by 2, divisible by 4, and also divisible by 8. We prefer table 8. Divided by 8. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. 48 divided by 8 equals 6. 1 and 6 in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 1 to 6. The next question. First quantity, half kilometer. Second quantity, 570 meters. I can find the ratio between two different units, as we said. So I'll convert kilometer or meters. Of course, I will convert kilometer. So, half kilometer, half times 1000, as you know, because 1 kilometer equal 1000 meters. So half times 1000 equal 500. So the half kilometer equals 500 meters. The ratio now 500 to 570. Both of them are divisible by 10. So we'll write divided by 10. 500 divided by 10 equals 50. 570 divided by 10 equals 57. 50 and 57 are in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 50 to 57. The next question. First quantity 18 carats. Second quantity 1.5 faddans. Now I convert the faddans, of course. 1.5 faddans. You know 1 faddan equals 24 carats. So 1.5 times 24, it will be 36. So the ratio will be 18 to 36. Both of them are divisible by 2, divisible by 3, yes, divisible by 6, and divisible by 18. We prefer table 18. Both of them divided by 18. So 18 divided by 18 equals 1. 36 divided by 18 equals 2. So the ratio in the simplest form will be 1 to 2. Question number 8. In the opposite figure, a rectangle with width 3.5 centimeter and its length is 7 centimeter. Find number A, the ratio between the length and the width. The length is 7. We will write 7. And the width is 3.5. We will write 3.5. As we knew before, we can't find a ratio between decimal numbers. So we need to convert 3.5 into whole number. Remember the point after one digit. 3.5, the point is after one digit. So we need multiplying by 10. So write times 10. 7 times 10 equals 70. 3.5 times 10 equals 35. Then the ratio now between two whole numbers, 70 and 35. Observe that they are divisible by 5. So we'll write divided by 5. Then 70 divided by 5 equals 14. 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So 14 and 7 aren't in the simplest form. We need to simplify them. 14 and 7 are divisible by 7. Write divided by 7. Then 14 divided by 7 equals 2. 7 divided by 7 equals 1. 2 to 1 in the simplest form, so the ratio will be 2 to 1.